If history has taught us anything, it's that when America says it's going to your country to fix your problems, there's absolutely nothing to be worried about. Hello, Internet! Welcome to Tales Showcase, where we're all good with the US spreading its flashy, mightier-than-thou attitude to countries across the sea. Because frankly, it means we have to deal with it less here at home. I'm your host, the Watcher of New Earth. Today we're going to be talking about Justice League Europe. Everyone's favorite version of the Justice League. Some people's favorite version of the Justice League. A version of the Justice League.
A spin-off of the wildly successful Justice League International, which was later renamed Justice League America, this series was handled by the same writing team of Keith Giffen and J.M. DeMatteis. The art, however, was done by Bart Sears, who has been a part of the comics industry for the past several decades.
While the Justice League has always been known as a worldwide team, this, to my knowledge, is the first time they've set up shop in another country. Which is weird when you consider some of their other locations were a mountain in Rhode Island, space, and most troubling of all, Detroit. So let's see what kind of wacky adventures these cats get up to. This is Justice League Europe #1.
We open in Paris as we get a look at the new Justice League HQ. Inside, the newly appointed leader, Captain Atom, is talking to himself in an attempt to calm down. One of the French movers asks him if this is the famous American neurosis.
First off, it's called anxiety. And secondly, it's kinda nice that countries just expect it of us, you know? Makes me feel like when I go to another country I can be anxious and not worry about making everybody uncomfortable. You know, if I ever get over my anxiety of planes, and travel, and new people.
Adam is then approached by Catherine Colbert, the embassy chief, who asks if he would like to see his office. Meanwhile, the remaining members start arriving. These include the Elongated Man, Ralph Dibny, and his wife Sue, Power Girl, and the Flash, who at this time was Wally West. Wally ponders what inspired him to join the League, stating that it wasn't the want to do good or the opportunity to make a difference, no, it was the paycheck. And quite possibly the women.
Don't worry, he gets worse.
We then go to an airport where members Rocket Red and Animal Man arrive and share a bit of fun banter as they board a taxi. Back at the embassy, Captain Atom continues bemoaning his situation. Colbert tells him he's talking to himself again and he says this is just the start. Soon he'll get ulcers, become an alcoholic, and start cheating on his non-existent wife.
Then you'll become a villain briefly, then you'll be redeemed, but you'll die a hero's death, or you'll just die, who really knows, and then you'll wake up fresh as a daisy when the universe gets rebooted. So goes the life of a superhero.
Miss Colbert tells him the team is ready and he goes in to address them for the first time as leader. And he gets nervous and bungles it all up.
Buddy, really? These guys rattled you. These guys. You know, aside from the Flash and Power Girl, you're the highest profile hero there. And look, I love Ralph Dibny, more than anyone has or ever will in their lifetime. But these guys are B-listers at best.
Max Lord then comes onto a screen to welcome the new recruits as the meeting comes to a swift, merciful end. Later that night, Adam and Rocket stare in shock as the teleporter tubes burn Animal Man's luggage. Adam asks how he's supposed to convince the team these things are safe with incidents like this.
Well, maybe you can't convince them that they're safe or that they work, but if you're looking to stop troublemakers, just throw one in there and threaten to turn it on. Yeah, if you can't build confidence, rely on deterrence.
Colbert then rushes in and says that there's another problem. The two follow her to the entrance where everyone is gathered around a dead man. Flash says that he was looking for the team but died along the way. Metamorpho, who's also on the team, chastises him for being so cold.
And look, that's fair. He is being a jerk there. But everyone's being a jerk there. The whole scene is being played as a joke. And sure, in a few pages it's revealed that that guy was a Nazi, but they don't know that. And I don't think that it should detract from the fact that all these people are horrible. And not just at their jobs.
Animal Man says that the man stumbled in, simply said the word races, and died. Wonder Woman arrives to this bizarre scene and... look, we'll discuss Wonder Woman in a bit. The authorities arrive and handle the situation, all the while complaining that the Global Guardians never had these problems when they were based here. Back inside, the team argues about Adam's decision to leave this to the authorities. Meanwhile, outside, a shadowy figure presses a button, saying that it's now time for Phase 2. Before long, a brick is hurled through the league's window as a large crowd is amassed. Colbert says that one moment it was completely empty and quiet outside, and the next there was a riot.
They must be K-pop fans.
The crowd manages to break in through the doors and the heroes are forced to engage, but attempt to pull their hits so as to not hurt the civilians. Power Girl says that judging by the look in their eyes and the way they're scrambling like madmen, they must be under some sort of mind control.
You sure about that? Because people go into a frenzy just about anything. You sure someone just didn't take their vape pen? Or, I don't know, it's France, their cheese? I don't know what you people like.
Metamorpho spreads himself out like a sheet. Not sure how that helps, but there you go. Wonder Woman, meanwhile, rounds up a few, contemplating on whether or not the League is as beloved as she expected.
And you may ask, why are you putting so much time in explaining that Wonder Woman wrapped up some non-powered randos? Well, dear viewer, it's because this is actually Wonder Woman's last appearance as a member of the Justice League Europe. This is it. Aside from a one-panel cameo of the Justice League Europe team in a Teen Titans book, this is all Wonder Woman ever gets to know of the team. This is it. She's gone. No explanation. Poof, zip, zero, nada. She flew in, saw a dead body, got hit on by the fastest sex pest alive, wrapped up some Frenchies, and she's gone. No fanfare, not even so much as a farewell Fudgy the Whale. Well, here at Tales to Showcase, we believe in signing off our heroes before they go on to, admittedly, bigger and better things. So, here we go. So long, Wonder Woman. Thanks for adding some semblance of legitimacy to this hot mess of a group for at least half a second. Goodbye forever! See? Was that so hard?
The team and the crowd keep a tussling. As Elongated Man quips along, Rocket Red mentions that he misses Blue Beetle all of a sudden.
Well, it serves you right for not appreciating him while he was still around.
As they continue subduing the angry mob, the fury washes away as quickly as it arrived. The police arrive once again to file a report. The same cop complains once more, saying that the League has given him more trouble in one day than the Global Guardians did in 10 years.
Jeez, this guy and the Global Guardians. What are you, president of their fan club? Good lord, can you imagine him at his home? He'll come home from work, sit down at the table, and his wife will serve him dinner, and he'll be all like, Sacre bleu, you disappoint me, Dominique. The Global Guardians would never have overcooked my coq au vin.
As the officer walks away, he tells Adam that the dead guy from earlier had been a Nazi. And a Nazi looking for the Justice League is, not great PR. He gathers his team and says that something else is at play, and he intends to find out who's making them all look like fools.
Yeah, who's making them all look like fools? Aside from, themselves. I like you, Captain Atom, but you're already pretty goofy looking, and the mullet isn't doing any favors. Anyway, that was Justice League Europe #1. It's fine.
A common complaint about the Justice League International is that towards the end of Giffen and DeMatteis' run, it was becoming so jokey that it bordered on self-parody. But Justice League Europe somehow feels old and tired right off the bat, with jokes that are fun, but not clever enough to be used as frequently as they are. The other famous trait of this era's Justice League is the different personalities bouncing off of each other. But this doesn't work here either because everyone's the same. They're the same variant of the same stereotype. Everyone's the funny guy. Everyone's the smartass. Everyone's high-strung.
Heck, the only character that doesn't seem to do at least one of these things is Wonder Woman. And she has like 3 lines in this thing. Anyway, just overall, it's not bad. But as a debut issue, it leaves a lot to be desired. Anyway, as always, thank you for joining me and I'll see you next time. This is the Watcher of New Earth, signing off. Hi, I'm the Watcher of New Earth. If you like that video, hit that subscribe button, maybe even the bell icon. It probably does something, right? YouTube hired someone to put it there, so the least we could do is show appreciation by hitting it.